So good evening everybody and welcome back to FTRL. It is round 4 of Div 1 and we are here for the very first time for the inaugural FTRL at Miami GP. Div 1 on track then. This car's making their way around the brand new circuit, new to F1 this year and new to FTRL tonight for the very first time then. So I have on good authority from Captain Chubbs that we are expecting a wet racing, so drama of the highest order to come in the race, but first the small matter of qualifying to get out of the way. Good evening, Mr. Bell. Hope you are well. Max San then coming around. He will be the first one to start a flying lap, so we will go on board with him. So he approaches the final couple of corners and take on a lap then of this brand new facility here on my way. So building up out of the hairpin corner through these sweeping S's to start the first lap. DRS opens there. One of 3 DRS lanes on this circuit, and down towards turn 1, this very tight right-hand hairpin. Straight into a flowing S's section. The Hard Rock Cafe Stadium on the right, then into this fast S's, then down to 5th gear. Over to the left-hand side, then over to the right. Use all the track. Down a couple of gears. Start to build the speed, then onto the back straight. Sweeping section this. DRS will open now. This is the second DRS zone. Good evening, Unsafe Felice. Good evening, Pagani. Down to heavy braking zone, then all the way down to 2nd gear. Short shift up to 3rd, and then hold it tight to the inside. Short sprint, then quick left-hander, then this very tricky Mickey Mouse chicane here. Ride the curbs as much as you dare. Short spin then up to this right angled left-hander onto the back straight. And this is the 3rd DRS then about to come up. And look for your braking marker. Down the gearbox all the way to 2nd gear again. Get it turned, use all the jack on the exit. Start to pick the speed up again then through this quick S's section. DRS open again, and a lap on the board at 28.0 from Max's time. That's the first time on the board from the Red Bull man, who had a really good run last week and then ran out of fuel on the run to the line and lost the position. So he will be hoping not to make the same mistake again. As Telsborough goes fastest of all so far in the McLaren at 27.8. Going just over it. Just under 2 tenths faster than Max Sam, with Armadillo slotting into 3rd in Ferrari. The Ferrari man was also very unlucky last week. Now, having issues, Funky Fox, do apologise. Bear with me. Do not know what is going on. That's a big one. Tam now goes fastest of all, 27.8 then from the Alpine man. Corboy slotted into 4th, meanwhile ahead of Armadillo, with Graham stopping in behind his teammate, and Adamako down in P8 as Yaham goes P4 at 28.2. Chubb then coming to the line. Div 2 racer filling in tonight. Getting a bit of practice there, 30.2. Then he said he's done no practice, so he's using qualifying as a bit of a practice session for the main event, of course, which is tomorrow. Div 2 race. And then he had a quiet run to a very solid P4 last week, I believe it was, in the end for him. He passed Max's time on the run to the line. So P7 with his first run at 28.6. Got him in ahead of Graham and behind Armadillo, so he's in a Ferrari sandwich. That ball into CR7 has invalidated. Tom, meanwhile, was seemingly quietly confident about his chances tonight. And the final corner to the line, and it is only a P12 there, so he's had a bit of a stinker of a lap somewhere, I think. You will have David on, a teammate for the aforementioned XA Tom. It is Chrissy, or Chizzy, maybe such a like, not Chrissy, Chizzy. So good authority, he's a very quick boy. So let's see how the Aston Martin man gets on his debut. Tom brought him in, so Tom gets the pleasure of having him as his teammate. However, based on those results in other leagues, I think Tom might be very quickly playing second fiddle. Fiddle. Chizzy. See how he gets on then. Obviously, this is his first time run, so we won't have any split time, so we'll have to wait till the end of the lap. And the moment the man to beat is Tam. Simple Superman, last week's dominant winner. Meanwhile, P3, so we've got Red Bulls 3rd and 4th. Yeah, it's only on spectator mode though, it's not in the game, so you're in the car, you're not revving out as much, it's just the spectator sound, it's just awful. Yeah, I mean, there's been a really big update this week. Lots of stuff has been sorted and fixed, but that remains. The tyre warm-up issue on the formation lap's also a problem. And the audio glitch, I think, is still an issue as well. So there's no formation lap tonight, so we're going straight into the race after qualifying. So let's see then how Chizzy gets on, braking hard then at the end of the straight. Down to third gear. So he's in third gear. We saw Max Verstappen drop to second earlier on. Just this quick left-right jink. And to the line. And Chizzy goes fastest of all. A 27.5 then. So 3/10 faster than the rest of the field. Laying down an early marker. Is he going to be the man to beat then? Westcott on that lap then. As is Fox. He's on actually a flying lap. CR7 is invalidated his run. And so we'll stay on board with Funky Fox. See how the Hasman getting on. Oh, what is he doing? He's going around the back again. Hurricane Katrina showed for the race. Oh, that's going to be that'll make this interesting. So unfortunately, Funky Fox has overcooked it. Going to spin for the Hasman. His teammate Wesker just starting his first flying run. Let's see how he gets on. Hopefully I'm not going to be attacked by any giant spiders this week as well. I think I've killed them all. So it's 5-0 victory to me at the moment. He says sweeping the room with all quarters. .8 for Wesker in the first sector. Now, having watched the actual Malmö Grand Prix, my initial thoughts with the circuit, it's reasonably challenging. I don't hate the circuit. What I hate was all the gimmicks that have come with it. I think they made a massive... I mean, it was very American and a bit OTT, and that's just not what F1's about for me. Not that side of it anyway. So, it's the fake marina, the mermaid woman. What was that all about? I mean, there was just so much rubbish going on. But, at least none of that. No frills, no spills in FTRL. Just pure hard racing. And Wesker out of the final hairpin then through the S's. Going to the line. His first time is a 1:29.2. And that's good enough for P12 after his first run. Let's see who we've got now. Simple Superman then. Sector 3 at the moment. Let's see if he can improve. Currently P4. And the last time out in dominant fashion, then we had, of course, a 3-car collision into turn 1. Super improve. He does not. As Tam goes fastest of all, then. So right behind him, getting a bit of a slipstream maybe from the Red Bull. And it is Tam who drags himself onto provisional pole once again. Then a 27.3. Is the Alpine going to be the man to beat tonight? As we said last week, we had a very unfortunate start to the race where it was Tom, Yarham and Telsborough all met at the apex of turn 1. Tom trying to sneak down the inside. Yarham sweeping over from the outside. Telsborough was in the middle. And unfortunately, they all came together, resulting in Tom retiring on the spot. And Telsborough and Yarham having to fight back through the field. Telsborough did an outstanding job to get back into the mix for the podium. Ended up P3 after a penalty for a collision with Anamako. A great fight back from him. I expect him to be going well. Only P3. Of course, Simply Superman just cruised away at the front. Meanwhile, untroubled. Did the clean sweep as well. Led every lap. Fastest lap, pole position. Was the dream week for him. So, but at the moment, got a bit of work to do. Because he is down in P5. What about Maxi Syme? How's he getting on then? Currently P4, just ahead of his teammate. As mentioned earlier, like I said, ran out of fuel on the run to the line last week. He has abandoned that lap then, as he cuts this again. But Johan, he is down in sector 1. Currently winding his way through sector 3. Somebody just moved up, I think, yeah. So, yeah, Simply Superman's gone third. So Simply Superman jumps up onto the second row ahead of his teammate, ahead of Talesborough. Just behind Chizzy, who is on another lap. Oh, Johan clips the wall and around he goes. Just a bit too tight to that inside wall, unfortunately. And around goes the AlphaTauri. That just moved up there. I think I might be Dan. Yeah, Dan Morris moves up to P7 then. So, sorry, that from Dan just drops in behind his teammate. Tom's gone for the monsoon setup, so that might explain the lack of pace so far. That's CR7. Oh, he validated another run. So CR7 is struggling with track limits at the moment. Let's see if we can pick up Chizzy. He is invalidated, so he's not going to be improving this one. Down to 5.5 minutes to go. Running order then as follows. It is Tam on provisional pole. 27.3. Chizzy on debut alongside him at the moment. Simply Superman third with Talesborough fourth. Maxi Simon fifth. Johan in sixth. Dan Morris P7 ahead of Callboy in P8. Joe going well. Adamako P9. I'm D in P10. And Graham, of course, winner of the opening round in Brazil. P11. Westcott 12th. Chubbs is 13th. Tom is 14th. And CR7 and Funky Fox yet to get a lap time on the board. They are 15th and 16th. Change weight in. Tom's on his way in as well. And we've got on the Chubbs on a lap. Chubbs appears to be on a lap, so let's go pick up the Mercedes. We'll find a couple of corners. On a 30.0 at the moment. That was a much slower lap. Which does suggest that was perhaps an out lap. So let's ramp up the pressure on the Mercedes man, then it will stay on board. Watching him do it a lap then. Nice and tidy so far through sector 1. On to the back straight then. First checkpoint coming up, and he's a second up on his current best time then. So 29.0. We don't jump him in the one place though. Let's see what he can do over the remainder of the lap. Of course, a lot of drivers perhaps compromising on setup for the race, so there may be quite a wide spread of times in qualifying, depending on who's got the best wet setup and they can make it work in the dry. Trouble there, riding the curbs nicely. Coming up to the second checkpoint. He's 1.5 seconds up now, so now he is putting himself in the mixer with sort of Armadillo Adamako range. What about the final sector? Any time in this one for Chubbs? It's all learning for him at the moment. And this left-hander then, just the S's to go. Bit of a twitch there as he tries to get on the power. Through the final corner. It's got to P14, goes P11 then, so he jumps ahead of Armadillo. Luke Holmes, you behave yourself. Makes a funny story. I had somebody call me at work earlier, and obviously the way my name is spelt is Leigh, for those of you who don't know. And this guy obviously thought, because it is the unisex, that's unisex, it can be for both boys and girls. Aaron Taylor, if you're watching. He obviously thought it was Leah, so he calls up, hi, can I speak to Leah Colpitts earlier? And I was like, speaking. And obviously, it flustered him a little bit, and you can see him then be like, I've ballsed up. And then he panicked and said it wrong several more times, and then couldn't get off the phone quickly enough. So, yeah. But still, less of that. Look, Homs, L-U-U-K. Who we got on laps then? CR7. Is he going to hook one up finally? In sector 1. I do like playing games like that, to be honest. It's just funny. It's irritating, especially when it's written down and people spell it wrong. But when people call up as well, and then obviously like that guy just gets the shock of his life and then doesn't know what to do with himself. Where is Tam? He is going out the final corner. I think he's on a... Yeah, he's just starting the run. So go back on CR7, who is in the middle sector. He has to get a lap time on the board. He will be... Ooh, back end very loose there. little bit pedestrian there. Which has retired in the pit lane. 1, 3, 4. Kevin, I think he's abandoned that lap actually, so he's going to go one more time. Evening, Mr. H. Well, looks like he's backed out of this run. What about Chizzy? He's on an out lap. Who have we got on flying runs then? Yaham's on a flying run. No, he's invalidated his flying run. Callboy. He's just started. Where is Adamako's coming to the line? He improves, but stays P11. Teammates just behind him about to start a run. Then we've got Tom, who's up around. Chizzy. Is he on a lap? He's gone a little bit deep. If he is. I think he's just building to start a lap actually. Yeah, he's on 3:22, so I don't think he's on there. No idea what's going on with that timer. Graham coming to the line. Marginal improvement from him. Stays 13th. D has retired from the session, so he will not be improving. On a lap then, the Haz is coming around Wesker and Funky Fox. Funky Fox got himself up to P9. Wesker currently P15. Wesker improves to 29.2, but stays P15. Tam into the pit sensor, he will not be improving. So it's up to Chizzy, then what can he do? He is up in Sector 1. What about Simply Superman? He is a little bit further down the road. So we'll go back on Chizzy first, because he's further up. He's coming into the Mickey Mouse chicane now. Fling it in there. Nice. And aggressive, but controlled as well. He's 0.2 of a second up then. This is going to be very, very tight. If he can hold that time, Adamako's gone up to P6 then. So good final lap from him. Puts himself onto the third row. That's Simply Superman. Sector 2 checkbook coming up. He's 2.5 up as well. Tam could see his pole position lose here. Can Chizzy snatch back provisional pole? Out of the final cut, he can. It's a 27.2. What about Simply Superman? He was very close as well. Out of the final corner he comes. Does he take pole? No, he stays where he is. He improves, but doesn't jump up, so he stays in P3. What about Talesborough behind him? Out of the final corner. Does he improve? Does not. Stays P4. And Wesker across the line then. He is the final one then. And he goes 12th for this final run, and so good final up there from Wesker. And that then is qualifying over, and it's Chizzy on debut, takes pole by less than 1/10 of a second. That's an interesting character. Tab joins him on the front row, then just having that provisional pole snatched away from him at the death there. Simply Superman will head off row 2 alongside Talesborough in the McLaren. Then the second Red Bull of Maxi Syme in 5th. Adamako goes off of P6. Yaham P7 alongside Funky Fox. And I'm a D in 9th. Callboy lines up in P10. Good effort from him. Dan starts P11. Wesker is P12 with that final run. They're jumping ahead of Chubbs, who starts 13th. Graham in P14. Tom's gone for a race setup, starts P15. And CR7 not getting a really representative lap time on the board. It's P16 for the Alfa Romeo man. He's got it all to do from the back of the grid. Well, that's qualifying done then. And now we wait to see the rain. And that is some monsoon conditions. Well, they did say it was going to rain. Like Quahog's own weather forecast man, Ollie Williams, it gon' rain. So then who has got the best wet setup? Get in, Mohamed Salah, you legend. And so then we have got 5 red lights. And we don't. And away we go. Oh, it's a poor start from Max's sign. He's getting swamped by a couple of cars as they run down towards turn 1. It's a good start from Simply Superman down the outside. Oh, who's that coming down the inside? It's Funky Fox. Getting several places there. Oh, he's giving back a couple as the cars sort themselves out through the first couple of corners then. But it is Chizzy who's got the dream start. Then Simply Superman up to second. Sam down to third. Alan Acko's up 2 into fourth. Tailsborough down 1. Funky Fox up 2. Yarm stays where he is. Big loser Maxi Sam down 5. Ahmed D's lost 6 places. There's been some contact further back. Cowboys going down the order. He's off the track. Oh dear me, he's slipping and sliding through the first couple of corners. Ahmed D and Wesker's all the way at the back. I think he's been around. But no such dramas for Chizzy. He's already got 1.5 second lead. Yellow flag in sector 2. It's Chubbs, I think. He's had a drama somewhere. Must be a snap on acceleration. He got back behind Ahmed D. Now they can settle down then into the races. Big movers on lap 1 then. CR7's up 7 places. Yeah, for a Mayor Man then up from 16th to 9th on lap 1. A demon start there. Ooh, bit snappy oversteer there though. Yellow flag further back. Who is that? It's Chubbs again. And Chubbs learning the hard way. These conditions. Oh, in the wall in the background, I think it was Cowboy. Slapping the wall there under acceleration. Almost dropped it. Here comes Ahmed D with the slipstream. And that is an easy move then into the bottom hairpin. Here he goes. Further forward and Yaha making the move. Oh, what was that going? Was that Tailsborough? I thought he was going in the pit lane, but no, he's just had a massive moment. Hemorrhaged a few more places. Into the pits has gone Cowboy, so he did get damage from that contact we just saw. Got a bit of a battle pack forming then, so race leader Chizzy then has now got Simply Superman closing down on him. That lead is coming down quickly. Sam also hanging on there. Adamako also in touch. Funky Fox after that demon start then. He's got 5th, Yarm up 1 as well. Dan's up 4, he's had a good start for CR7 now, up 8 places. Oh, Funky Fox has gone wide. Here comes Yarham on him. Oh, there's some move, boys. But they're shutting the door on Yarham. He's now going to switch to the outside. Good break then for his stadium complex. Great, we just spoiled by all the tables. Love that. And into this very tricky chicane. Got to be careful through here in these conditions. Very easy to drop traction. CR7 looking racy as you like so far. Over there, I'm trying to recover Max's sign there. Big loser early on. Everybody on the wet tyre then, and he moves into the hairpin. Tailsborough thinking about a move on CR7. He's had a good run. He's down the inside. McLaren man sends it from deep. CR7 sees him coming, but unable to hold him off. And through he goes then. Chizzy then trying to extend that advantage. Back up to a second as Dan goes past Yarham. So the AlphaTauri is switching places. And if they can move up to 6th place. Good start so far from Dan as they tiptoe their way through the S's. Wesker now in the pits as well, so he's got some damage somewhere on that lap. Possibly from that lap 1 incident. On to lap 3 then of 29. Chizzy's lead then up to 1.1 seconds again. So just open it out with our fastest lap. Super Superman though still in the hunt, as is Tam, as is Adam Acko then. So the front 4 have made a bit of a break. We've got Funky Fox now fighting off the other AlphaTauri, this time of Dan Morris. They sweep through this back straight. I don't say much of a straight, it's a winding straight. Dan going to fancy a move into the braking zone. Not quite close enough, but further back. Tailsborough down the inside of Yarham. Is he going to run deep though? He goes a little bit deep. He's on the curb. Yarham trying to come back around the outside. Tailsborough has got the move done. So the McLaren man, having lost a couple of places on the first couple of laps, starting to pick his way through again as Tom's now got a penalty for track limits already. So he's the first one on lap 3. Here's the problem with these very flat circuits with the tarmac run-up. It is sometimes a little bit too tempting to use a little bit too much of the track. Johan burnt his battery up already. Look at that. Johan's already used all of his battery as Max Hassan goes past Tom. Busy with the new fastest lap of the race again. Tom though coming back, and Max Hassan on the way out of the hairpin and retakes P10. Oh, then there's a big twitch as they come onto the start-finish straight. Gathers it up, yellow flag further back. That is Corboy, who's had a bigger moment, and that's VSC. No, it's a full safety car. There's Wesker had a drama as well, I think. He appears to be stationary at the chicane. So the safety car is called on lap 4. Now, what's happened to Adam Acko? Adam Acko's down in P8, and he was P4, so Adam Acko's had a drama somewhere. Now, with the safety car, has he got any damage? Here's the question. We'll try and get a closer view. Coming on the helicopter cam at the moment, Corbyn into the pits again. Adam Acko has lost 4 places somewhere. Well, they're trying to pick up what happened to bring out the safety car. Was it Adam Acko, in fact, that brought out the safety car? He does have wing damage on the left front. So, in fact, I think he have both sides. No, he has got his right end plate, but his left end plate appears to be gone. So Adam has had a moment with the wall somewhere. Shame for him. Had a really good start to this race. Now, will he choose to pit under the safety car? Or it'll be a cheap pit stop. It'll put him at the back of the pack, more or less. He'll be behind Ima D. Wesker went on his way out the pit, so I think he got some damage. So I think he did bring out the safety car. His spin out the chicane. The race leaders, meanwhile, heading way down the back straight now. Is anybody going to take this opportunity to pit? Now, it turns out these tyres might go all the way. Chizzy decides not to. Superman decides not to. Tom says no. Monkey Fox is a no. Dan Morris is a no. Tailsborough's a no. Johan is a no, but Adam Acko is a yes. Everyone will stay out. Tom will go through. Max Simon goes through. Graham is through. Ima D going to go pit though. Now, does he have any damage? Looking the tyres into the pit lane. Now they will maintain place because Chubbs is only at the back end of the back straight. No front wings, so just going with fresh tyres, so why not? And Maki will go out in P12 then, so just a loss of 4 more places. But he will now have tyres that should definitely be able to get into the end there. Very tight on the pit exit line. We've got Mercedes safety car with a Zific arriving. No. No bikes equalised, do not like. On lap 5 then, we're behind the safety car, waiting for a couple of people to catch the pack. Chubb's not far away now. Macco's almost there as well. Just checking out if he's not had a drama, or is he just taking his time getting up to the back of the pack? I think he's just taking his time. Adam Acko's nearly on the back of the train, which is Graham at the moment. He's P11. It's about half a lap away, so we might need to get a hurry up because I imagine the safety car will be in at the end of the next lap. So he needs to get a move on. Let's take any time, and let's take any time. So then, the debutant, hooked up for pole position, hooked up the start. had himself a lead of about just over a second, but Simba Superman was keeping him honest. That was Tam, as was Adamako. Adamako is now slightly out of the picture, but should these guys need to pit, Adamako could be in a very, very strong position. Down in P12, so we've got a bit of work to do to cut through the pack, but now in pole position, should need to pit now. He's in his car, isn't he? Yeah, he's in his car, so just a very pedestrian catch up to the pack. I don't know if he's had another off somewhere. Callboy's not far away. Wesker's just crossing the start-finish straight, while the snake is just heading down the back straight, so, or the winding straight anyway. So Wesker needs to get a shift on, because I imagine we'll go racing this lap, and Wesker and Callboy, I think Callboy should just about get there. Yeah, it's tricky in these conditions, of course, to push. You don't want to risk having an accident, which I think Wesker and Callboy already had, so you should get the notification somewhere along this straight if the safety car is going in. For any time now. Yeah, maybe we are going to get one more lap. So I thought we would have said by now. So yeah, it looks like we are going to get one more lap behind the safety car. Callboy's nearly on the back of the snake now. He's at the far end of this straight. Wesker's just coming around the hospitality area, which you can't see very well because of all the tables. Et al. So yeah, one more lap on the safety car, but that will allow Wesker to catch up. There he's on the back straight. Callboy's at the far end. And the train behind the safety car just making its way over the start-finish straight then. So on lap 7 now, means that racing will resume on lap 8. Into the pits has come Chubbs. Now, where is he in the pits? Just going for fresh tyres. Yeah, just going for fresh tyres. Of course, Chubbs is a Div 2 driver, so he's just using that as a bit of practice. Also, always nice to have the extra numbers. But yeah, so just going for fresh tyres. I'll let Wesker go through. I'll be racing on exit actually. I think Chubbs might let Wesker go. No, Chubbs is going to come out just ahead of him, so why not? He's got fresh tyres now, so his tyres will be good till the end. And the train then just make its way onto the back straight then, so those two should have no problems catching up. Hammering its way down the back stretch. No sign of the rain easing at all, so it looks like we're in for a wet race throughout. Right, so we should get the notification in a second. There we go, safety car in this lap. So Chizzy will start to back up the pack. He'll start dictating the pace. Rather than trying to get some heat into their tyres. And we are about to go racing again. So, lap 7, all 16 drivers still going. Despite these very tricky conditions and a few dramas. Car making its way out of the hairpin, so it will be in the pit lane shortly, so Chizzy can now pull the trigger as and when he sees fit. So take note, Div 2, when is a good time to go? It's based on how quickly good this restart is. I think he's gone. Away he goes. Can't see behind the scoreboard, here they come. Tiptoeing their way out of the S's. Oh, Maxi Sam's got a warning as they try to get going again. I think he's run wide actually. Loses the place to Graham. He's fighting him. Oh, he's in the pits. Back Maxi time. More Tam and Funky Fox going at it out of turn 1. Oh, Tam's going to squeeze him off the track onto the curb. But Fox trying to hang on the inside. It's not able to find a way through this. The front two have got a bit of a jump. Tam caught on his heels slightly. Funky Fox looking to make a move. Yellow flag further back. Oh, Adams had some dramas. Losing out to Chubbs. Has he had contact with the wall again? Oh, he's lost another end plate. So he has. He's hit the wall again. Oh, and he spins out for the Wesker. Oh, it's a shame for Adam. It was going so well early on. Leader then heading down the winding straight. FTRL making a move on Tom. And the Mako has unfortunately retired from the session. Oh, and the safety car's out again. It's a shame for Adam. Had a really good start, but unfortunately, what's happened here? Now, I've been noticing recently, because we've been doing a bit of a mini performance championship, and the deltas when the rain are a bit ridiculous at the moment, so a bit of a nuisance. Safety cars out in the field is more or less all together, so I'm hoping it should be a brief safety car period. Max Simon then having made that pit stop, so I'm not quite sure what forced him into the pits, whether or not he made a mistake or maybe got some damage at the restart. Everything's just a little bit cool, but he is not too far off the back of the train, so you got into the pits, Simply Superman pits, Tam pits, Yarham pits. CL7 is in, Tom is in. Also in comes Ahmadi. Graham, the Ferrari's going to double stack. Ahmadi in front, he's going to benefit from this. Graham's going to have to wait, he might lose out to Chubbs here. He's in again. Wesker's in now as well. And Wesker's retired as well, unfortunately. Well, we said we've still got all 16 in. Within a lap, we're down to 14, unfortunately. So then, Chizzy, Funky Fox, Dan Morris and Talesborough have decided not to pit under this. Everybody else has dived in. And they're now on fresh tyres. Graham has come out ahead of Chubbs again, actually, so I think Chubbs maybe needed a wing change. Graham hasn't lost out there, actually. Sign in again, fresh tyres, why not? Oh, then almost runs out. Oh, he's got 5 seconds. Oh, dear. Runs deep at the exit of the pit lane. Gets himself a 5-second penalty for corner cutting. That seemed a bit harsh. In the field making its way onto the back straight. Then with a couple of people just trying to catch up again. They might do one more lap on the safety car. We do say safety cars breed safety cars. Of course, the conditions with the tyres are going to be absolutely freezing. Probably what's caught out a couple of people at that restart. Obviously the lead. Now we saw last week at Zandvoort, Evil Chris in the wet race there did a superb job of the no stopper. Now I wonder if maybe Chizzy, Funky Fox, Dan and Talesborough fancy the same strategy. Now Chris had no response when Chubbs came through in that one. Chubbs cruised to a very dominant victory, but held his own superbly in P2. So, what have these front four got for the pack behind them, who are all on fresh tyres? It's Simon in the pits again. Well, he's retired as well, unfortunately, so I'm not sure what's happened to Maxi. Maybe not. Struggling with the conditions a little bit. So, the safety car moving us around. Running order is as follows. Chizzy leads, Funky Fox is second, Dan Morris now third, Talesborough fourth, Tam is fifth, the first driver who was pitted. Simply Superman is sixth. Now, what happened there? Because Tam was behind Simply Superman. Somehow now he's ahead of him. So somehow Tam has managed to jump Simply Superman and all that. Johan is 7th, CR7 is 8th, Tom is 9th. That's fair enough, mate. That is fair enough. Tom 9th, they've got in this lap. Number D is 10th, Graham 11th, Chubbs is 12th, Corboy is 13th. On the back of the pack, then we're about to go racing once again. Right. Remember, people, cold tyres. Just tiptoe around for a lap. Then going to have to do the second safety car restart of the evening. We've gone a little bit later this time. We've gone out the final corner this time. Here we go then. Hopefully everybody will survive this time. Seems to have got around okay. Tam meanwhile, oh! What happened there? That was contact with Simply Super and Tam. They're both around on the start-finish straight. They've tangled. Oh, Tam and Simply Super and tangled on the start-finish straight. They're going again. But they've dropped all the way down to 12th and 13th. The Tam has still got his wing intact, I can see. Oh, Simply Super, yeah, he has as well, but Tam is struggling for grip. Simply Super trying to go around the outside. Back going again then, but that is massive in the context of this one then. Here comes Tom on CR7 meanwhile for P5. Now from here they're getting good drive off the corner now. The Aston Martin though still looking left and right. And suddenly, out of nowhere, Johan appears down the inside of Tom. Tom going to try and hold on around the outside. He's going to have the inside down for the long right-hander. Johan gets squeezed out wide. Let's drop him behind then. So Tom there going from attack to defence and back again. Oh, Johan very wide down the exit to the, on the entrance to the chicane. Using all the track and a little bit more. Watch out for track limits. All this battling then has let the front four get away again. So as we had earlier, we've got a breakaway of 4. This time it's Chizzy leading from Funky Fox, Dan Morris in 3rd and Tailsborough in 4th. And of course these are the 4 drivers who haven't yet pitted as Johan gets Tom again, this time down the straight. And now Ahmadi's buying into this as well. Ooh, did he just nudge the back of the Alfa Aston Martin there? Driver tippy-toeing there on the power, trying to gently apply the throttle. Have a hairpin there. And Tailsborough, oh, what's happened there? Dan and Tailsborough have now come together. And again. Oh, Tailsborough's in the wall. Corboy's in the pits. Tailsborough's going again, but it's contact between Dan and Tailsborough at turn 1. And that's given the front 2 an even bigger lead. So now we've got 2 away at the front. Didn't see what happened there, but Yarb's out to, CR7's 4th. They're trying to find a way past Dan Morris. Some ghosting going on now. We head down then to the braking zone. CR7's going to try and eke ahead here. Yarb's trying to buy into this fight now as well. Ahmadi's up to 6th. Tom's down to 7th. Graham's now 8th. And Tailsborough's recovered to 9th after that off-the-track excursion. Didn't see what happened though, but so the Superman's got a track limit penalty now, so the recovering Red Bull, now only P12 from wide there and got himself a penalty, but Chizzy leads now by 1.2 seconds as Tailsborough going past Graham, back up into 8th place. They had to do a massive fight back last week. Chizzy with the fastest lap of the race. CR7 did get that move done then, he now runs 3rd, and he of course is now the first driver who has pitted. So the winner from Spa, could he be winning the inaugural Miami Grand Prix? Not over. Oh my word. That was a big slide there. Just showing these conditions continue to be very, very tricky. Good hang on to the back of this pack nicely, on the back of Graham. Tam and Simply Superman recovering after they tangled at that restart as that's Tom going back ahead of Imad. But Imad coming off the corner around the outside. Got the momentum, but has dropping behind. Has moved on from Tom. So this battle resumes. However, here comes Imad again out to the inside. Rather than getting the run off the corner, here comes the McLaren as well. And Tom, having gained a place, loses two. Tells now trying to send it down the inside of Imad. All the safety cars out. What's caused that one? Not quite sure what's caused that. Who brought that out? Corboy? No, it's Corboy. So Corboy's got, unfortunately. Oh, CR7 sped under the safety car. Got himself a drive-through. So the man who was in prime position to win this race now has a drive-through penalty. Now, does Chizzy take this opportunity to pit? He does. Race leader's in. Funky Fox, I imagine, will follow. He does. So Seven will have to come around. So in comes Dan. Yarm's going to follow his teammate in. Imad will go through. Now. Now this shuffles the order once again. So into the pits again comes Tam and Simply Superman. Telsborough's in as well. Of course, he hadn't pitted under the last safety car. So the order shuffles. So the order shuffles out, everybody's out the pit. So running order now behind the safety car is CR7, but he has a drive-through penalty. So your net race leader is now Imad from the Ferrari. Tom is now third. Chubbs is up to fourth. Graham now fifth. Funky Fox is P6. Chizzy's P7. Now Funky Fox has jumped Chizzy in the pit lane. Now we saw that earlier with Tam and Simply Superman. So somehow Funky Fox has jumped ahead there of Chizzy. Was it the pit entry? Has that done it? I don't know. Either way, he's now 6th and 7th. Dan is now 8th. Tam is now 9th. He's got ahead of Telsborough. Yarm is 11th. And Simply Superman is 12th. So he has another session. Oh, he has, yep. So, for a mayor man, I think has left in frustration. We do have a ghost car. Gathering up again. So we'll go around one more time. Change the position further back. What's going on there? Don't change places, boys. Into the pits is coming Tam. He picked up some damage on the safety car. Superman's coming in as well. Now they're at the back anyway. Tam is changing his wing, yes. What about Simply Superman? Yeah, wing change as well, so... We're making our way behind the safety car then. Now, Two just catching the back of the pack. We should hopefully go racing again this time. We had a bit of a run. We had a nice clear run to begin with. Oh, the beat, a little bit hot there, although it is a ghost car at the front at the minute, so that has reformed. So hopefully we should get the notification in a moment. We are about to resume racing. There we go. So we've got in this lap then. So on lap 16 as we head into the second half of the race. It's been a little bit broken up by safety cars. Hopefully we'll have a bit of a clean run now. Going again then. The Alfa Romeo will lead us off, but it is a ghost kart, so IMD then is your net race leader as they come to the line. And racing resumes on lap 16. Down towards turn 1. Ferrari leads there. The Mercedes of Chubbs down the inside of Tom into 1. Trying to get the move down the outside. And through goes Chubbs. Tom then wide out the painted stuff. He doesn't want to be there. Funky Fox getting alongside him. And gets the move done as well. So 2 places lost there for Tom. And he's got his teammate behind him, so Chizzy, who was looking comfortable at the front of this one, but has made his stop. Now got a bit of overtaking to do. We're going to see what he's made of. Oh, Tom gets a big twitch there, trying to get on the power. Ooh, Tom's gone wide. He's been escorted wide there by one of the Alpha Tauris. That was Johan. Graham's trying to sneak through now as well around the outside. So Tom is getting beaten up left, right and centre here. Graham on the inside still. There's contact. He's going to get pushed wide. Oh, the Alpha Tauri takes to the runoff. Oh, and Chizzy. What's happened to Chizzy in all of that? So Chizzy's now down to P12. So the race leader is now 12th. Well, the former race leader is now 12th. The drag race between him and Super Superman down the straight then. On the inside now. Gets the move done. Tells us a little bit wide. Oh, Super Superman's going to get blocked behind, and then Chizzy now going to try to get the inside of the McLaren. Oh, dear me. Car's tiptoeing their way around into the pits. Goes CR7 through his drive-through. Well, there's a ghost car, so it doesn't matter. So Funky, IMD leads by 1.8 seconds then over Funky Fox, who's now got Chubbs all over the back of him. And a big get back to Yarm in 4th. Tom is now 5th, despite getting bullied on that last restart lap. And Graham is now 6th, Dan Morris is 7th, and Tam is up to 8th. Telsborough 9th, Chizzy's 10th. Super Superman 11th, but still 12.5 laps to go. Tam and Telsborough now go wheel to wheel. They tiptoe their way around then the hospitality area. Battle on for third then. Oh, Tam's now got a track limits warning. As Chubbs then into the slipstream of the Haas. Down the inside into the braking zone he comes. Mercedes down the inside of the Haas. Gets it stopped, does he? He does. Funky Fox, however, tries to switch back, but the Mercedes has got the move done. So Chubbs, of course, who won the Div 2 race in the wet last week. Really liking these conditions. Funky Fox trying to come back at him then, but Chubbs is through. Funky Fox looks to the inside. Looks again. There's a big send into turn 1. Chubbs goes a little bit deep. So he got spooked off the circuit, and Funky Fox is back ahead again. Chizzy, meanwhile, has made the move on Tam for 8th. We've also heard Dan Morris. I don't know if Dan's been bullied off somewhere now as well. sort themselves out again then. So leader is Imad by 2.5 seconds over this battle for P2. Between Funky Fox and Captain Chubbs, with Yarham closing in now as well. Yarham's found some speed. He's got clear of that pack behind. Oh, Telsborough in the McLaren now, looking at the back of Graham in the Ferrari. And you've got Chizzy, Tam, Super Superman and Dan as well. So 5-car train. 6-car train, in fact, I like. And Tam now with another penalty for corner cutting there. Trying to rack them up now. Graham defending the inside, but Telsborough to the inside. McLaren's got the straight line speed, has he? I think he has. He's got the move done. Puts back over to the racing line. That is move done then for the McLaren. He's back up to 6th. He's a little bit deep though out of that hairpin. Graham's going to try and get back up the inside, is he? Telsborough needs to not shut the door on him. Who's that going to the pits? It was Tam. Oh, he's spent the pit lane, and yeah, unfortunately that's the end of him. Graham now we've got Chizzy in the Aston, who's sideways. Trying to get the power down, and the Red Bull takes advantage. Super Superman is through. Well, the battle for P2 has changed. Oh, Yarham in the wall! I was about to say the battle of the P2 has changed between Funky Fox and Chubbs. It was Funky Fox and Yarham, but Yarham slams into the wall hard. And he is, it's a big shame for Yarham. He just worked so hard to get into that battle for P2. He drops it on the tracks and slaps the wall hard. Destroys the front wing off the AlphaTauri. What happened there? The Superman Chizzy side by side. Graham under assault from all sides as Chizzy gets the move to the Simply Superman. Dan trying to buy back into this fight as well. Graham now gets the Aston Martin to the inside. We saw the McLaren go by a lap ago. Now it's the Aston Martin's turn to drag past the Ferrari. Graham switches back to the inside. Simple Superman thinks about a move. Graham's coming in a little bit hot. Oh, into the back of him. Oh, contact. Simple Superman sends him round. Oh, that's a big shame there. Oh, Chubbs in the pits as well, so Chubbs got damaged. That's why Chubbs had lost places. So Yarham and Chubbs in for fresh wings. And Yarham unfortunately is retired from the session, so the numbers falling by the wayside. But one man who is now cruising up front is Imad D, who just kept his nose out of trouble. Oh, Graham's had a drama somewhere. Meanwhile, through goes Chizzy, Dan and Simple Superman. Fox picks up a time penalty then, so trying to chase down the leader but not helping himself. All these time penalties. We've got Dan and Chizzy now as the battle on at the minute. Recovering after having had that turnaround. Telsborough sets the fastest lap of the race, and the McLaren man, having now got clear, is flying. He's on the back of the Aston Martin in the battle for P3. He's still on the back of Dan as they work their way through the S's. Chizzy got for Tom. Then he's on 5-lap fresher tyres. Then let's work onto the back straight. Chizzy now very much on the back of Dan. What can our early race leader do? Try to fight his way back through them. As Telsborough goes past Tom on the brakes. Oh, is he locked up there? He's going to go straight on, is he? He does. Tom's going to switch back and gets the position back then. So the McLaren unable to get the car stopped. Momentarily held third place, but back through goes the Aston Martin. Over the curves there. There's got a yellow flag. Who is that? Oh, it's Funky Fox. Funky Fox has got around. The P2 man has spun at that bottom left-hander. Through goes Tom, through goes Telsborough, and that's now the battle for P2. Oh, it's a big shame. Here comes the McLaren again. Down the inside, gets the move done a lot earlier this time. Can get his braking marker done, can he? Locks up again, though. Tom's going to try and get up the inside. Do not like that camera angle because we lose sight of it. Oh, Tom has a slide. Meanwhile, here's Chizzy getting the move done on Dan into the hairpin as well. Dan there's going to come back at him. They're going to go side by side through the final lessons there. Chizzy gets escorted onto the curb. Has got the move done. Dan, can he come back at him? Thinks about popping out to the inside. Not able to do so. Chizzy through into P6. Well. Oh, the chaos behind him. Imad now leads by 7.3 seconds. The Ferrari man has just got his head down. Pushing on. He dropped it while running P2 last week. On his own at Zandvoort. This week, however, comfortably leading. Big gap behind him. Can just hit his markers. And should be on his way to a first FTRL victory. Telsborough, though, trying to give chase. He's had P2 and a P3, as well as running in the top 4, but retiring from Brazil. So he's been very quick since he's joined us. Looking like a very decent addition to the league. And you have a feeling that this man's first win can't be far away. Can he do anything about the Ferrari ahead of him over the remainder of the race? He's already got the lead down to 6.6 seconds, and so he is charging. But he's got no ERS left. Like, he's already burned all his battery up, so he's pushing hard. Chizzy still got Dan behind him for company, but you feel that Chizzy has possibly got enough in hand based on his early race pace. Telsborough with the fastest lap of the race then, so emphasising the pace. The McLaren man is absolutely flying. We've got 6.4 seconds now. We're on lap 23 of 29, so 7 laps to go, including this one. He needs to take at least a second a lap out of Imad. So let's look at what sort of sector times he's doing then. Sector 1. Now this corner here. He's done a 36.9 for Imad. What about Telsborough? 37.0. So actually Imad was faster in that sector then. So the gap holds. And Mayweather's got back out of Chizzy. So this battle has resumed. What does McLaren do then? He's the man on the hunt. Is he going to be able to close that gap down in time? He's pushing hard. He's at the fastest lap of the race. Imad has responded on this lap then. The gap holding at about the same. Only about 2/10 different this time. Fox, and he'll be kicking himself. Having spun out of P2. Oh dear me, yeah, lights the rears up then. He's got Simply Superman closing down on him now. So the Aston Martin, the Red Bull, is charging up behind him. Meanwhile, the other Aston Martin is Chizzy, and he's trying to chase down Dan again. So Dan got back ahead of him. Whether or not it was a mistake from Chizzy or just Dan putting a decent move on him. Lead down to 5.7 seconds. That's a Telsborough's taking a good chunk of time out of Imad there. He's still pushing hard. do then? Number D, 37.0, sector 1. Telsborough 36.4. That's another 0.6 of a second he's had out of his sector 1 alone. Telsborough is charging. Getting all the conditions very nicely then, but Number D, you feel he's just managing this gap again. Look, no battery. Absolutely used all his battery up, so he's pushing hard. Oh, and a penalty. That could be the one. That could be the deciding one there. Oh, big twitch on the painted line. Scruffy couple of corners there. Gives a couple of tenths back to D. And that 3-second penalty that I think is going to be the killer for Telsborough's charge. There is the Ferrari in the distance. The gap 4.7 seconds now. He's nearly pulled as much of a gap over Tom as he's got to D ahead of him, and just shows you how hard he's pushing. But with a 3-second penalty now as well, you need to catch him, pass him, and pull 3 seconds away. D is no slouch. You feel that's probably just too much. Let's see if I'm not close enough to Funky Fox, but is Chizzy close enough to Dan Morris? He's in the slipstream. To the braking zone, not quite close enough. Chubbs and Graham have also started to battle as well. So Chubbs, who got wing damage in that battle, was a battle for P2 earlier on when Funky Fox. But he knows the main event's tomorrow. Oh, Chizzy down the inside into 1. The Aston Martin gets through. Alvatara trying to switch back though, but no, the door is shut in his face and the Aston Martin is through. So Chizzy back up to P6. So good move there from the Aston Martin. Superman meanwhile continues to close on the back of Funky Fox. Well, the lead battle, the gap is now down to 3.5 seconds, so Telsborough continues to push. There's Armour D, but you feel he's just managing this gap. Chubbs getting the move done on Graham into the break. He's at the end of the straight, is he? Yes, he does. Graham's going to try to fight back, though. Switching to the outside. Way to go around there, though. And Chubbs has got the move done then. Up into P8 he goes. Just brushes that wall again, though. Very Mickey Mouse section of that. It feels horrible in a real F1 car. Superman still sitting behind Funky Fox. He's got a little bit deeper the hairpin there. That will give Funky Fox a few tenths back. So very difficult to get these conditions right. Very, very wet in this one. And as there, look at the gap he's pulled. He's pulled out over a second there. Just after that one mistake. Because he's now put 1.5 seconds into Dan Morris as well, so he's no longer under attack. That gap to Simply Superman at 5.6 seconds. Is that going to be too big to close down? The gap, meanwhile, for the lead down to 2.7 seconds. The McLaren man continues to fly. But not for that 3-second penalty. The Ferrari there flashing through. Armour D still leads. You imagine he's going to be watching his mirrors, watching that gap come down, but seeing that his rival has a penalty. Onto the back straight we come, 2.1 seconds now the gap. The McLaren continues to charge, but are we going to see him pick up his second on the track victory? But demoted to P2 due to a penalty. He lost his Spa to a track limits penalty by only a couple of tenths of a second. CR7 have to go on to lap 27, 3 to go. Across the line this time. Superman closing Telsborough with a new fastest lap again, a 1:41.1. So he is pushing so hard. This is very close. This is becoming the closest battle. The Simply Superman trying to inch back up onto Funky Fox, but Funky Fox holding the arm's length. They are both catching Tom meanwhile. That gap's now only 1.7 seconds. So the final spot on the podium is not necessarily sorted. Penalty situation. All three drivers have 3 seconds, so this will be a straight fight between them. Lead battle now 1.2 seconds, and that McLaren is absolutely rapid in these conditions. Telsbra's driving out of his skin here. So it's no longer a question if he's going to get there, because he's pretty much there. It's whether or not A, he can get past, and then B, what kind of gap can he pull. Into the flip-flop chicane we go. Into the bridge. Gap now a second. There's no DRS in these conditions, so it's all ERS. And at driver ability, Simple Superman is on the back of Funky Fox again. Tom holding them off at just under 2 seconds. He's now 10 seconds away from the lead too, and that gap for the lead is now under a second. So we're on the going to start the penultimate lap of the race then. Telsbra running out of time, running out of battery as well. He's burnt all his ARS as he tries desperately to close up. He's there, but you feel he's got there just too late. But for that penalty, he's going to be absolutely cursing himself for that. But still an absolutely outstanding drive, considering he's been up and down the order. Off at the run-off on the exit turn 1 at one point in the race. Funky Fox now holding the gap to Simple Superman. He's closed in on Tom as well. Telsbra's there. Telsbra's there. Is he going to go for a move? He's made a couple of good moves into this corner already, but not quite close enough this time. But he's now right on the back of the Ferrari, with 1 1/3 laps to go. As they come into the flip-flop chicane, it's whether or not he can either force a mistake from the Ferrari to get him to get a penalty, or pull 3 seconds in a lap. Which is it going to be? You imagine he'll try and get the move done there at the end of this straight. Does he have enough battery? Well, Armadi's on the battery as well, and he's got more of it. So he is holding that gap. Telsbra, though, has been very good on the brakes. He's still closing, but not close enough. Does the Ferrari get it stopped? He does. So no way through then as we start the final lap of the race. Oh, big twitch there from the McLaren. Yeah, the contrasting lines. Armadi a little bit tighter. Telsbra using all the track there to get the momentum down the straight, but not close enough for a move into 1. So Armadi now just needs words trying to come out of my mouth and failing. Just needs to keep it all pointing in the right way. You can't afford to let Telsbra go and just stick on the back of him. Telsbra will be desperate to try and get through here. But I suppose if you let him through and then run wide, oh, Telsbra has a twitch. He's at the wall. Saves it though, but that's probably race done. Armadi then. It's been a superb drive from Telsbra. Oh, but pushing. Oh, Funky Fox is wide as well there on the curb. Oh, and sideways trying to get on the power on the back straight. That's given Tom a bit more an advantage as well. So around this long right-hander for the final time. Armadi on his way into this little flip-flop chicane. Safely through there. Into this left-hander. Gently on the power. That's another obstacle out of his way. On the power. Telsbra has driven superbly. Going further back meanwhile. Final big break is there for Armadi. Gets it right, gets it turned. Gets on the power. Just this final assist to navigate. And it is victory for Armadi. His victory in the first ever FTRL Grand Prix of Miami. Telsbra second. Funky Fox is trying to make a move on the final lap, but Telsbra's just about hold him off. The sprint to the line. And Tom holds on. Funky Fox gets fourth. Simple Superman recovers to fifth. Chizzy, he'll be disappointed. I think he could have easily won this race. But it's P6 for him. Dan comes across the line in P7. Oh, Chubbs. Oh, no. Chubbs has crashed at the final corner. Whether or not that's deliberate, I don't know. Graham will take P9. Finished it. P8, in fact, he jumped somebody on the penalties, I believe. Tells we get driver of the day and one of many eventful races. But it is victory for IMD in the taming the conditions superbly. Joined on the podium by Telsborough and XA Tom. The Ferrari crew celebrating the victory for their man. And here are your victory for IMD. Telsborough getting P2. XA Tom third, hanging on there from Funky Fox. Simple Superman comes home P5. Chizzy is P6. Dan P7. Graham P8 in the final classified finisher. Chubbs retiring on the line. Classified P9 with CR7 on the retirements. Yarham, Tam, Corboy, Maxi Syme, Wesker and Adamako. Unfortunately not seeing the of that one. Fast lap of the race, look at that. 41.7 was the second fastest lap, so a good 6/10 faster was Telsborough's fastest lap. That's just how quick he was over that final stint there. Absolutely outstanding pace from the McLaren man. And there we have it then. That was your first dose of Miami action. Of course, we are going to do it all again tomorrow with Div 2, so please do join me at 8 o'clock tomorrow for that. We get to do it all over again, with plenty more thrills and spills to come your way. What else can we have after FTRL? Well, we are still planning for our first season on GT7, and if you would like to be involved, please do get in touch with us about that. And yeah, all that is left for me to say this evening is thank you very much for those who are in the stream. If you can like the stream before you go, of course, that would help us out immensely. And please do come back tomorrow to pick through the Div 2 action with me. But for this evening, thank you very much and good night.